Hello guys, today I will show you my ballad collection. This collection, it started a couple months ago. My close friend of mine, he gave me a bobblehead that he said reminded him of me. Let me show you that bobblehead. It's a little dusty. It is the science bobblehead. I wear glasses, and at the time when he gave me this bobblehead, I was going to school for chemical technology, and I was always in the lab. I lived in the lab. So he thought it was very fitting, and he got me this. Let me show you the, let me put this away. Let me show you the box that it came with, because it makes very nice sounds. So, this is the box that it comes with. As you can see, well, it says science. Look how smooth it is. I hope my Apple Watch is not disturbing you. I kind of like that ringtone. It's very subtle. And I find it pretty relaxing as well. So this is the box. This is the computer that is trying to hack into. Okay. So this is one bobblehead. In total, I have 3 bobbleheads. I believe I'm not sure if I got medicine or agility after, but I'll start off with agility. This is the agility bobblehead. It's funny. This one I got in a store, Hot Topic. I got it on Hot Topic, yeah. That whole section, I believe, was buy one. Oh, you know what? Did I get both of them? I'm not sure. I think it was buy one, get the other one 50% off or something. And I got agility. Let me show you. Oh, you know what? I'll show you that after. Little thing. Show you the box. He's balancing himself on top of a bottle. And behind it, it shows a couple more of the bobbleheads that you can collect. I have the science and the medicine and agility. That's the box, and my save the best for last is medicine. I'll show you the box first. I love the bobblehead. It comes in 2 parts. Just some more. Baltic Vault-Tec Industries, they are the ones that create the vaults, the Pip-Boys. And they of course created the bubbleheads. This one is medicine. Yeah. I like to call it a stim pack, but the syringe, it is removable. So it comes in 2 parts. Stim packs. What stim packs are in the game, it's what you heal yourself with. You could heal yourself with food, but the go-to, if it's not survival, the go-to is stim packs. Stim packs restore your health immediately. Well, not immediately, but if you're playing easy, yeah, immediately. You inject yourself with a stim pack and it heals you. You could get different perks that will, instead of it, I think, healing 40% of your health, it'll heal more. But that's when you invest in perks for the medicine. Okay. The next 2 things I'm going to show you are these. You have 1 total chance of collecting each one. And obviously, I just have 2 of these. 2 that I have from collecting these. This one. And Green Reaper's Sprint. But that's the name of it. This one was the one that I wanted, and I got so happy that I got it. I bought these 2 at the same time. So yeah, these 2, they're very small. I also have this cup and this other cup. I don't use them. I just have them for my collection. I have these shelves that I got in IKEA. Quite well of them, but I don't know, they're getting pretty filled up. Behind this one it says Vault-Tec, and behind this one it says Welcome Home. Vault-Tec is known by saying this. It's their saying. Like I said, Vault-Tec is responsible for creating vaults. And vaults were created to shelter people after the Great War, because war was inevitable. In the story of Fallout, the natural resources, they're running out fast, so the Chinese and the US are going at it, getting the last drop of, I don't know what it was, but it was a natural resource, most likely maybe oil, I'm not sure. And because they're fighting for it, China, well, sent nukes to New York, and I forgot where else, and that's when it all went to crap. People rushed to the vaults, but little did they know that 80% of the vaults that they were created to experiment on the people that were living there. So that's why it says welcome home, because the vaults were their new home. The few ones that survived, reminds me. Vault 101 is a good example of a vault that was not experimented on, but Vault 111 was experimented on. Experimented on. Vault 111 is the one that come out in Fallout 4. Right there, I'm not gonna tell you what they experimented on, but I will say that the experiments, half of them, basically 99.9% of them were horrible experiments. I will explain a little bit as I go on, but yeah, that's Vault-Tec. They're bastards, but they did create the Pip-Boy, which is pretty cool. The Pip-Boy is the thing that you have in your arm. It's like basically a computer in your hand. Keeps track of your health, of your limbs, your damage, your inventory, everything. The next thing I'm going to show you is a FYE store exclusive. It's because it glares a lot since my window is right here, and it's a very gloomy day in Los Angeles, so yeah, I had to open it to get good lighting. So yes, this is in a grayscale color. The reason why he has the thumb going like that is because when a bomb drops, when a bomb drops, you see it. And in order for you, a fast way to figure out if you're safe from the radiation poisoning or the radiation itself, you point your thumb to whichever direction the bomb hit, and if you're able to cover the whole mushroom cloud with your thumb, but just going like this and eyeing it, you're safe. But if you eye it, and let's say the mushroom cloud is still overlapping it, still goes over it, you are not safe. So that's why he has a little, and that's why he winks. So you could check. Alright, the next things I'm going to show you are my 2 car air fresheners that I have. This is the Nuka-Cola. I guess it's Nuka Cherry because it's a cherry fragrance. I have not opened these, I just have one for my collection. This one is just a refreshing fragrance. It's Vault Boy with the Vault-Tec sign behind it, and going with that. My lips are very chapped, but I don't know where my chapstick is at, and I don't want to make a lot of noise. Give me one moment. started making videos, obviously, so I'm pretty new to everything. I still don't know how, like, I haven't messed around with editing a lot. So, if I manage to figure out how to cut all that, then I will. If not, my apologies. I had braces on, and I forgot to put my retainers on. So please excuse me. Okay. My apologies again. The next items that I am going to show you, I got at the store called Spencer's. This shot glass, it glows in the dark, like very subtly, but it does. It's not cracked. It may look cracked, but it's just a sticker at the bottom. That's one. Second one is the Vault Boy writing. Sorry. This one, very pretty filter. That's a Volmari leather. It's blue, yellow. Then there is this one. There's this one. This is my favorite, Coca-Cola. But I just noticed it's a little script behind it near them. Now I'm sad. Hello. But yeah. Very cute. I have 4 of these loose. Now, I have 2 4-pack mini glass sets. This is the first one I got. My boyfriend got me this one. It has charisma, agility, lead belly. You can see it. He's drinking out of faucet. And I believe this one's the one that you could get drunk whenever and you don't get addicted to alcohol. This one I also got at Spencer's. The next one, this one I got a week later because my boyfriend only got me that and these glass sets. But I wanted the second one that came with the other one, pair. So a week later I went back to this one. has the Nuka-Cola and the Nuka-Cola girl. See it right here. Yeah, that's Nuka-Cola girl poster, and the Vault Boy poster. Oh, that's Lana. They're right, but yeah. So this is the second one that I have. Now, let me put this away. If you by any chance hear like knocking or slight music in the distance next to me, there's construction. Now, I've been wanting to make ASMR videos for quite some time now, but this construction has been going on for more over a year and a half now. Sorry, it's because my retainers made me speak out loud. More dumb than I speak. But yeah, like they're always there building. I don't know what the hell they're building, but it's taking so long. But yeah, it's 4 tiny houses. I don't know, I think this should have been done by now, but whatever. Okay, so the next thing that I will show you are my pop figures. I'll start off with 49 and work my way up. 49 is the Power Armor. Power Armor is, you're basically wearing a tank. Yeah. It's a suit with damage resistance, energy resistance, rad resistance. You're basically unstoppable with this. But it does get damaged. It does need routine maintenance. And it runs on a fusion core. When you run out of fusion cores, basically useless. Although your strength goes up immensely when you wear the Power Armor, so I suggest. But what I do is I use melee weapons a lot when I'm wearing the Power Armor. Because it brings out the damage of the weapon, because the higher the strength, the more powerful the swing is. Number 15 is Feral Ghoul. Feral ghouls are people. They used to be people, but they got exposed to the radiation too much and their bodies just couldn't handle it. Some bodies can and do turn into ghouls, but they don't turn feral like these guys. The difference between regular ghouls and feral ghouls are, well, for one, regular ghouls aren't crazy, they don't attack on sight. They're basically humans, except they're more immune to radiation. Feral ghouls are the people that could not handle the radiation and messed up their mind. They're basically insane. They attack anything on sight. They're zombies. They're known as the zombies of the wasteland. When you just encounter one, they're easy to kill, but in groups they can be deadly. Thanks to Fallout 4, they created different variants of feral the reavers, there's the normal feral ghoul, there's the glowing one, there's the gangrenous feral ghoul, putrid, glowing one, bunch of different types. And yeah, well, they're fun to kill, and they can be tricky as well because they dodge the bullets very nicely. They're fast and persistent. Number 51 is the super mutants. Super mutants are people that got exposed to the FEV virus. And who experimented on them, you may ask? Well, none other than Vault-Tec. In Fallout 3, you will discover a vault. Vault 98, I don't remember the name of the vault, but it's part of the story, so you will go into the vault and you will discover that Vault-Tec created the vault to make superhumans. They wanted to expose the people that were living in there with the FEV virus, which is just a form of radiation, just altered a bit. I guess they were successful in a way because you do need those very, very few super mutants that are insane, are able to talk, are able to communicate, are able to learn, are able to live normally. They really are superhumans, but 80% of the chance, higher than that, they are super mutants. Basically, they think it's a superior race of the Commonwealth, and they murder, destroy, eat people, and so forth. They cause havoc. They're just a nuisance. The reason why there are so many is because they're not able to reproduce, obviously. But they were able to figure out why they are what they are and how they got to be. So they kidnap humans, some of them eat, and some of them are turned into super mutants. Thanks to who? Vault-Tec. Okay, so number 52 is the Deathclaw. Now, the Deathclaw is it's like the most, I guess, intimidating, scary enemy of Fallout. Not the hardest to beat, but they are tricky. Depending on your level, they could either murder you or you could kill them. Now, what makes these so special is that these weren't just exposed to radiation. Like some of the animals that you find outside when you go outside from the vault. Usually mole rats, which are like big moles, radiated. Rat stag does, which are deer, I guess, that were mutated by the radiation. You meet bloat flies are flies mutated by the radiation, and so forth. This is a type of chameleon that it wasn't created just because of the radiation. This group called, I I'm not sure if it was Enclave that created these or it was in Big MT. Scientists basically created this monster. They injected him with the FEV virus, plus with the radiation, plus they spliced, I believe, different types of animals into this beast, but basically it was with the chameleon, the lizard type of thing. Now, what makes these so scary is their size. They're huge. There's like from the pharaohs, fell for made different variants of this. You could have an albino, death claw, monarch, matriarch, something like that. Death claw, chameleon death claw, a regular death claw. You know, there's different types. Each one gets more dangerous and dangerous, basically. And they have like these huge claws that they just they're fast. They teleport pretty fast too. And they just will shred you to pieces if you're not prepared. So that's 52. The next one is number 76, which is the Fallout 4 one. This is the only Fallout 4 pop vinyl that I have. This is dog meat. Dog meat is your companion for life. What more can you ask for, honestly? It's a freaking dog. Come on now. They, of course, get inspiration from that movie, Mad Max. Once you get off the vault, you always come across a dog. He becomes your best buddy, and yeah, you explore the wasteland with him. You explore the Commonwealth with him. You can put armor on him. You can put a bandana, goggles, you know. And there are perks that allow you to make him stronger in a way. Able to pin enemies down when you could get a good shot at him. And that is it. I don't think I showed you my adorbs yet. I have 2 adorbs. This is the first one. And this is... Let me fix my laptop. Okay. I have these 2. Parmer and the Lone Wanderer with brown hair. The Lone Wanderer it comes as a girl, comes as a guy, but with blonde hair, brown hair, the power armor, and super midget. I really want the super midget and the girl. But yes, I had these 2. I got these at FYE as well, with this one. So, yeah, that is basically it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my little Fallout collection, and I hope to see you soon. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll